a blower on his car, it's also a court order that if his car, because that's how they do it here, if the car you have the blower on breaks down, you need to call them and tell them immediately, because you bet not get caught driving something different. That would be a violation.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to be, if you're driving, you got to be in a motherfucking work vehicle. Can't do it. You can't, if he worked for someone that had a work vehicle, like if he would drive into work and then they would get in the truck and go and take the shit, no, he can't drive.
Yeah.
He can't be nowhere in a vehicle behind the wheel unless it's got the blower on. And you said it before, there's a reason why they're letting him do some of this shit. Maybe they want to see where he goes.
How does he do it, Keyz? If he took Summer, had her taken, how it's like they do it?
I mean, I'll tell you this, or Jody, maybe they know he didn't do anything. And they're like, fuck, man, he didn't do anything. Like, this other little shit, these little violations, and it ain't nothing. That's just wasting our time trying to fuck with that shit. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't care what the police say. I don't look the killers in the face. Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Thousands of them, probably. And I'm not saying he's a killer, but he's got that thing in his eye, Jody, where he won't look at you.
He wouldn't look, all the years we were closer, he never looked me in the fucking face till after Summer vanished. And then it was more of a judging thing,
Absolutely.
Like a measuring up, but I always told him in the books, and even the first detective, I was like, there's something wrong with him to where I can put my finger and name any other type of monster in the world, but darn fucking wells, all the years we've lived beside, and I've been like, there's something wrong with this fucking dude. He's a monster of some variety, but I cannot put a finger on him. And they were like, it's because he is just that. He is a fucking monster. Those were the words of detectives.
I think so. I think he is a monster.
Those aren't my preferred words. I literally heard the word monster being used by detectives. And sick piece of shit.
You were used to, though. He's not that. He's something completely different.
Yeah, it's because there's so many varieties.
He's a sex monster. That's what he is. He's a monster for fucking the kind of sex that you should never have, whatever that is. If it's, you say, oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of sex done that you shouldn't be having, man, he's on the way. Fucking A, he's on the way. He'll be right there. You ain't got no problem, none of that shit.
Yeah, but the question is,
people like me, I don't even want to have sex, so I'm all the way divorced. Like, how the fuck is the world this way?
The question is, though, do Jeannie and Mary and all those calls play into what cops were thinking on the very first days?
I betcha.
Because they watched it take hold, and then later on you found out certain math don't add up, which I'm sure eventually,
I don't know, like the math, right? The little sheet I made with your text and stuff. Your text fucking buried on it. They fucking buried. I'll tell you what, Jody, you're the only, you and your kids, as far as I can tell, y'all are the only ones where the fuck y'all are supposed to be at. Other than that 20 months of fucking scrutiny, yeah, Jody was where she was supposed to be at. Nobody else was. Apparently Candace is down the road, maybe. Don, he doesn't, I got there real quick, but you got there so quick on the day. I bet you if he's running after some crack, he'd have actually got there quick. But no, he says he got there quick. He didn't. He was late. He got there fucking late. It could have took him almost 40, 50 minutes to get there. Or 50, 60 minutes to get there.
But then why doesn't the first call go in at 5:30 when they all think that it happened?
There you go.
But I also think because of things in person with iron law enforcement and things, that there's a potential for that to have actually occurred. There's also, I know what some of the actual calls contain. Not the dispatch shit you all hear, but I do know what the actual calls contain because of feds telling me and because of...
I think Josh, I don't know what Josh is saying is true, but, I sure hope not. I sure hope no fucking YouTuber knows what actually happened during this shit. Because Josh claims they played the call.
The bullshit.
I was like, Josh, how does that work, bro?
Dude, I told him the answer the other day. I know where that fuck shit come from, and it wasn't actually the fucking police. It was never a police call, dude. It was on another channel that then got picked up by some of the bullshit. Hell, it's in my live the other night. I told him where to go fucking hunt it down at, dude.
Yeah, he said he's trying to hunt it down, and I'm like, bro, there's just...
It doesn't, it was bullshit, but then it was picked up and there was something about it on Unmasked, but good luck getting them bitches to cough up anything, because it's almost like feds are like, no, bro.
How are you? If you use it... I'm sorry. I don't know, Joe. Like I've just... Like I was saying the other night, the different realm, right? So, you know, from day zero, till, you know, up to 9 months to 1 year, it's, you know, it's within the realm that the wells didn't have anything to do with it. Now, when you start crossing over into this other realm is past 1 year. That the chance you'll find her diminishes to absolutely, like, perfectly zero. Now, I know they find some kids here and there, but the average is zero. But it also turns into a scenario where, shit, who could hide the child better than a real stranger? I'll tell you who the parents. You know, what's the old cliche? You hide shit in plain sight, right? Let the fucking bury it down in the ground and all that. You hide it right in plain sight. It's all of it put together. And I just don't have it in me anymore. Because you know what, I do my best to try to, you know, back then, do my best to try to cover all of the information. And I have made mistakes. I've made some mistakes, and I've made mistakes on Summer Wells time, unfortunately. I have mistakes in terms of, you know, grammatical errors, or somebody told me something, and 99 times out of 100 they've been right. Now this is the 100th time, and I just trust them, and then bam, you get the fuck stick, right? But I just to actually have your own daughter missing and be fucking lying about shit, I don't have time.
Lying, playing games, hoaxes, laughing. I don't understand how in the fuck they do anything, but they're Candace and Dawn, and they've always been weird as fuck, and I don't, you know, but Key, even right now, it's like you say that, and it hurts my fucking soul, because, man, she's gotta be found, man. I just cannot fathom that. Living out the rest of my life.
How can all of us care about where she is more than her parents?
And I watched them from the first night say she's dead. With straight faces and no tears and no concern. And I'm like, what the fuck? How can you? And then they only grow hope as they realize that's what everybody wants to see, it seems like.
That's it. We all care more and worry more about that little girl on a regular basis than they do. I have watched grown women who can't even,
but also
have kids. They get on that motherfucker and they start talking about Summer. The next thing you know, they're crying. Can't even talk. Not these people.
Yeah, but then for me, I have to come at it like, well, these are people that I know abuse animals, drop them off like it's nothing, make the kids cry on purpose, they act like their feelings don't matter. It doesn't stop them at all from doing fuck shit. And they've lost all these other kids in the background and never went and mentioned, I mean, at all, other than Candace would brag about how she pulled a gun on CPS, but she never talked about the children themselves, never was like, I miss them.
She told me she did 4 years for that. I said, what penitentiary? Well, she said she did 4 years in the fucking county jail. I was like, no, you didn't.
And then, look, I mean, Candace really made up more children taken than she actually had taken, like it was bragging, and she was happy about it. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. But then I couldn't, I mean, I spent years with these people, and she would call me for every injury and every insect bite, and every time someone had a cold or this or that, and still didn't, she didn't have any concept of what to feed babies or how, or shit wasn't good. And I'm like, damn, this bitch has had more kids than I've had. I've only had 2, and here she is, don't obey. I'm like, how the fuck,
She'd have them just so she could give them away. Fucking.
But I come at it like they're just such base creatures with so much abuse in their background. They don't act, walk, or quack like the rest of us, so I try to leap over. Okay, that doesn't mean they're guilty. It just means they're fucking terrible humans, man, with their own past histories of abuse. But then at a certain point, like, when do you
Exactly what the fuck. I just, that shit does hurt my heart. All of this shit fucks me.